Hi everybody, Dave here from New to You Speakers. We're going to try a bit of a new format today for a video. It's one of the videos behind me here, the original large Advents. I found these last summer at a garage sale. They were actually with another pair, Fishers, and the person who was selling them, they had belonged to the father, and the guy really had no idea what they were. He just wanted to get rid of them. So I got the pair of Fishers, I think they're 828s, and the original large Advents for $20. Can't really complain about that. And what we're going to do is, I turned out I didn't make a video I wasn't doing video recording, but I did take quite a few photos during the refurbishment process of these original large Advents. So I've got a photo essentially of each stage of the refurbishment, and so we'll take you through all that. And I'll be doing a voiceover as the photos play and describe to you what I had done for each stage. So it's not really a how-to video, but I didn't get into the details of the refinishing or the refoaming or resoldering or whatever those processes were. Those are on other videos, but there's the original large Advents are so popular, I wanted to at least show you what I had and how we proceeded and what we did. All right, let's have a look. Here they are at the start when we just got them on the bench. I forgot to get a photo of the grill covers, the yellow straw Advent, dirty, stained. But you can see the masonite ring, the woofer surrounds are rotted, but otherwise the tweeters look okay, and I didn't do an audio clip for you. I wish I had. So the first thing we did was pulled all the drivers. Here's the boxes with the drivers pulled out. You can see there's a muslin sheet there that prevents the fiberglass from migrating into the woofer behind it, and you can see the caulking for the woofer as well. I noticed that you've got the serial numbers on a little sticker on the muslin, and that matched the serial number on the boxes, so I thought that was interesting. Maybe they have a couple people working on the line. So here we are with the fiberglass removed. You can see the two crossovers in the back of the box. You see the one has a gray cap on it. That'll come back later. That's the only one of the four caps that was any good. So I think somebody had been in there at some point and had replaced the caps, or that cap. Here's a close-up of the cap. These are the 16 16 microfarad caps with the 3 ohm resistor. And and you can see the two inductors are very small. Fine wires, be careful with those. Here's the measurements I took on everything. That 16 microfarad capacitor 1 is the only one that was any good. The other 3 capacitors were way out of range, those originals. Everything else looked okay, so we decided to proceed. There's a close-up so you can see the crossover design a little better if you haven't seen inside yours. The next photo that we've got popped up here is with the new caps installed. So those big red film caps are the ones that we put in, and you do the work right inside the box. So those are epoxied into the back panel, so you can't really get them. So we did the refinishing next, refinished the boxes. You can see the wood cleaned up beautifully. It lightens it, it brightens it. You can see the grain pop through again. And this is while we're waiting for the woofer surrounds to come in. We had to wait a little longer, so I had to stuffed the fiberglass back in, put the tweeter back in. Everything's ready now for those woofers. I got the surrounds in, and guess what? We had a bad one. You can see that upper 6-inch portion where the inner flange of the surround is supposed to mount to the cone. It moved in the die, so it was too narrow to glue. So I called the company. They overnighted me one the next day and got that. And here you see our grill cloth installed. This is an open, fairly 18 thread per inch open weave flax. It's a lighter color. It's not the golden color. It's more the lighter color. kind of a KLH color. Here's the back view. You can see that one of them had a little more sun damage and part of one label missing. Here's a close-up showing you content of the labels and the binding post. And then here's a couple finished pictures that I put up in my Facebook Marketplace ad selling these. So angled view from the left, angled view from the right. And you can see they look really gorgeous. There's a close-up coming up here of the tweeter, January 5th, 1975 manufacturing date. And tell you, they sounded great. So here's the overall view. Tweeter pan down to the woofer. There's the new surround installed. Masonite ring. Don't try to take that off. And of course, a final view of them with the nice linen fabric, nice open weave, acoustically transparent. And there's some new Advent badges I got from Chuck. So thank you, Chuck, for those. By the way, I leave that black muslin behind the grill fabric. So I saved the muslin, the black muslin from the original grill cloth, and put those on. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this new format. Put your comments down below in the comment section, depending on what you thought of it. The videos are faster to make, and they're also faster for you to watch and get the gist of a project. So I think for when I'm not going through a new skill, a new thing for you to learn, I'll probably try to use more of this kind of method, maybe intermixing videos and voiceover as necessary. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, hit the button, and consider subscribing to New to Speakers. Thanks a lot. Bye.